It's official. V for Vendetta is making a comeback after nearly 2 decades, and this time it's heading to the small screen. Yes, the iconic mask, the rebellion, and the revolution are all returning, as DC Studios has confirmed that a brand new TV adaptation of V for Vendetta is now in development for HBO. And with James Gunn and Peter Safran producing, this revival might just be one of the most powerful stories DC brings to life in the new era. Originally based on Alan Moore and David Lloyd's groundbreaking 1982 comic series, V for Vendetta is set in a dystopian future where Britain is under the control of a totalitarian regime, the Norsefire Party. Amid this oppressive world emerges a mysterious masked vigilante known only as V, who seeks to dismantle the system that has enslaved society. Along the way, he saves a young woman named Evie Hammond, sparking a rebellion that questions the very nature of freedom, fear, and identity. The 2005 movie Adaptation, directed by James McTeague and written by the Wachowskis, starred Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman in unforgettable performances. It was dark, politically charged, and years ahead of its time, both a cautionary tale and a symbol of defiance. Despite its age, the movie's themes have only grown more relevant, which explains why fans have been calling for a modern reinterpretation.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
Now, Variety reports that the new HBO series will be executive produced by Gunn and Safran, with Pete Jackson writing the adaptation. The series will also bring in Poison Pen's Ben Stevenson and Wall to Wall Media's Leanne Klein as co-producers, ensuring a strong creative team behind the camera. Though Warner Bros. And HBO have not yet issued an official statement, insiders suggest that development is already in motion, and it's being treated as one of DC's prestige projects under the Elseworlds label. That means this V for Vendetta series won't be tied directly to Gunn's ongoing DC Universe continuity, much like Matt Reeves' The Batman or Joker Folie à Deux. Instead, it will stand alone, existing in its own timeline and tone. That's a smart move because V for Vendetta isn't about superheroes or cosmic threats. It's about human nature, political control, and the price of freedom, themes that deserve a story free from crossover constraints. What makes this new adaptation particularly exciting is how naturally it fits today's world. The original story explored a government that used fear, surveillance, and propaganda to control its people. Fast forward to now, where privacy, misinformation, and social unrest dominate headlines, and V for Vendetta feels less like fiction and more like a mirror. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Fans are already speculating about the direction this show could take. Will it stay faithful to the graphic novel's grim realism, or will it reinvent the narrative for modern audiences? The involvement of James Gunn suggests a balance between authenticity and reinvention. Gunn has a knack for reimagining familiar stories with emotional depth, and his version of V for Vendetta could blend the visual grit of the Batman with the thematic weight of Watchmen. Casting choices are also a major point of curiosity. The original V, portrayed by Hugo Weaving, remains iconic. His haunting voice and poetic dialogue made the character unforgettable.
Because when they threatened to kill you unless you gave them what they wanted, you told them you'd rather die.
Whoever takes up the Guy Fawkes mask this time will have massive shoes to fill. Some fans have thrown out names like Dan Stevens or Cillian Murphy, while others are hoping for a bold newcomer who can bring a raw, unpredictable energy to the role. Another intriguing aspect is Evie Hammond's portrayal. Natalie Portman's version went through one of the most emotional arcs in the film, from fear to empowerment. In a modern context, Evie could become an even more complex figure, representing a generation caught between rebellion and despair. If the writing leans into that psychological tension, it could give the series the emotional heartbeat that made the original story timeless.
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes.
Are you ready to cooperate?
No.
It's also worth noting that this isn't the first attempt at a V for Vendetta series. Back in 2017, Channel 4 reportedly began developing a live-action adaptation, but it never moved forward. Now, with HBO's backing and DC Studios' renewed focus on quality storytelling, this project feels like it's finally in the right hands. What's truly exciting is how this series could bridge the gap between superhero entertainment and political drama. It's easy to forget that V for Vendetta was one of DC's most daring works, a story about anarchy, rebellion, and the power of ideas. Bringing it back now, under a creative team known for taking risks, could redefine how audiences view comic adaptations. Imagine a show that captures the eerie atmosphere of Blade Runner, the political sharpness of Andor, and the emotional power of The Last of Us. That's the level of potential we're talking about. The right tone, bleak but beautiful, hopeless yet defiant, could make this V for Vendetta series one of HBO's next big prestige hits. So, nearly 20 years after The Mask first hit the big screen, V is back, and his message is timelier than ever. The revolution that once inspired millions could now reach an entirely new generation, reminding everyone that ideas are bulletproof. What do you think? Will HBO's V for Vendetta series live up to the legacy of the original? And who would you cast as the next masked rebel? Tell us in the comments, follow us on Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube for more such updates.
I can't feel anything anymore.
Don't run from it, Evie. You've been running all your life.